Hello and welcome back. Apologies again for the previous video where we abruptly changed. I mean, not changed, but unfortunately it stopped recording. Well, my daughter barged in. Long story short, we have to continue. So, like I was talking about before in the previous episode, you kind of have to look from within and actually understand that you're bad-mouthing that individual and you're wondering why they're acting the way that they're acting. Well, you're kind of not helping the situation. But I think that the one thing that we forget, and apologies if I'm going in circles on this one, but the one thing that we forget is what we are downloading in that tiny little human being and their assessment and evaluation and their perception of that individual. And that's being created by you. And this goes for the dad, this goes for the mom. But in particular to women in general, you have to understand that boys need men in their lives. Women, little girls, need men in their lives. It is statistically proven that a solid household where both parents, male and female, are both engaged, keyword engaged, with that child, you are cultivating and creating a much different person than not having a mom or a dad consistently. And when I mean consistently, I mean not just showing up whenever the hell they feel like it, because that's really fucked up and that's really unfair. And if you're a dad or if you're a male and you are doing that, shame on you, bro. And you need to honestly self-assess and really look from within it whether what you're doing is correct and it's proper. But women in general, little girls in general, their very first crush, their very first love is going to be a version of you. And I'm talking to our men in general. If you are an absentee father, if you refuse to be involved and engaged and show this little young woman or princess what it means to be in a relationship and how they should be treated, they are going to look and search for individuals that are going to fill that void and that gap. And what that's going to look like, you're not going to like that image. Don't get mad or upset when they make decisions that are completely against your own moral values. Don't get upset because somebody else is stepping in and cultivating and managing and raising your child. Don't get upset about that. It's being done for you. However, you're not going to like the result. You might not necessarily enjoy the journey through all of this, but you're a piece of this. This is when you have a child, you have to honestly invest as much as yourself and fight. Don't just give up and let somebody else fill in the void, fill in the gaps, and badmouth you and honestly just completely belittle your worth. Like you don't mean shit. Like you were just there for that one thing when in fact, you have your own demons and you have your own challenges. You have your own set of problems that you need to internally battle with. And if you, for some reason, are an adult who came from a broken home, where your parents were not together, where there was a lot of domestic abuse and a lot of other shit that was going on that honestly made you how you are, that is one thing, but that should not define you. The way you were brought up, the way that you were raised, it is not your end-all be-all. It is not the final chapter in your story. You can change it. As long as you're breathing, living, moving around and doing whatever, you can still change the narrative. You are the pilot in this whole entire story. You are the main character of your own life and you need to act like such. Don't completely dismiss every single ample opportunity to be involved with this child for whatever reason and excuse that you might have. Let's say your buddies want to go party and drink or whatever. Your buddy's going to be there no matter what. They're going to be there regardless of whether you see your child today. You're going to be there tomorrow. You can party with them tomorrow. Prioritize, make them feel important. Make that little boy, if you have a son, make them feel like they matter, like they value. But do it the right way with proper balance, not by just spoiling the shit out of them every single time you see them. That's not going to solve a fucking thing because they're just going to look at you for one thing as a checkbook. That you bring monetary value, but what really matters in the long run is emotional worth. whether you are emotionally stable, intelligent, and capable, correction, how you manage them and whether they can actually open themselves up to you and engage with you right back. That's worth, that's value. Because me as a child, growing up, even a lot of folks, even men that I know, yes, it's great that mom and dad buy me all these things. They buy me toys, they buy me cars, they buy me all this shit. They buy me PS5s, PS4s, 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you get older, what are some of the memories that you remember from your parent? Those that have a good relationship with your parents. It won't be the monetary value that they gave you an allowance for $300. It's going to be the moments and the memories that make you. They are the ones that will sculpt you into who you are as a future human being and as an adult and as a future parent. But you need to be able, and ladies, you need to be open and flexible to allow that person whom you decided to embark on this one-off relationship or whatever the hell it was, and all of a sudden you're pregnant. You made that decision. Own up to it, but do not punish the child. Do not punish that man or child or whoever it was. Do not punish them for trying to be involved in that kid's lives. Now, if they're a piece of shit, then so be it. But at least give it a shot. But if you are going to be using and weaponizing your child as a reason why you do certain things, or you're looking for pity from people, or you're looking for people to feel sorry for you, you're teaching that shit to your kid. Do you want them to grow up just like you, with the struggles that we go through each and every single day, struggling with shitty credit, bad credit, not owning a home, having their own mental struggles because they really don't know what a relationship is supposed to look like because you never showed one to begin with? That's a challenge. That creates, in a way, some sort of PTSD for these individuals that are trying to function and become great adults because they don't know what this looks like. It's all foreign to them. And as they get older, you're going to wonder why they have inconsistent relationships. You're going to wonder why they jump from one boyfriend to the next. You're going to wonder why they cling to certain relationships that kind of mirror your habits. Think about that. Don't get mad. They are a reflection in a little mini tiny human being version of you. Now, if they decide to accept that and embrace it and become you, that's a whole different struggle. But some kids actually use that as motivation to do something completely different. Some kids are tired of, you know what, I'm tired of living under my dad's shadow. I'm just going to do my own shit and be whatever it is that I want to be. But this is the side of the other coin that I also want to bring to light and make sure that all of you understand it, especially my kings out there, my men out there that are listening to this podcast. And ladies, if you've heard me so far, I embrace you and thank you and God bless you, but I'm not done. This is for you. Men. There is something that we ourselves have to be accountable for and understand. We've all had parents, we've all had mothers. And those of us who have had really good relationships with our moms have been for a very good reason. They've either been the voice of reason, the person of love who cradles, coddles you, and gives you warmth and comfort. But all of that came at a price for them. We as men, we are capable to create life and engage in these acts that result in somebody getting pregnant. But we can go on about our day with not a worry in the world to our mental state, our physical state, our emotions, jobs, work, balance of life. We can continue to procreate wherever we go. It doesn't stop. We can procreate and have as many kids as we want with very zero impact to us other than monetary. For a female's perspective, you have to completely understand that there's an emotional baggage that comes with it because their hormones are going to go through the roof. Their bodies go through some crazy ass emotional and physical changes that we ourselves cannot relate to. And their life completely changes. We can walk away, uproot ourselves and dip They can't. They're typically, generally speaking, stuck, and they live with the child. They help cultivate it. They help raise it. The baby is in their stomach for 9 months. And even women who are adopting and they adopt babies, it's the same thing. It's a total lifestyle change for them. That's what motherhood is, because they have to nurture and embrace and provide and give love to that little human being. But if we are going to be completely egotistical and only focus on our own needs and what we think we deserve, I think that this is where you need to have your own conversation with yourself and with her and your partner, where you need to have a common ground. If they are refusing to allow you to embrace and embark in a relationship with that child, if you are not willing to fight for that kid, do not get mad or upset because, number one, you're an absentee parent and you use every single possible excuse in the book to not be involved. Oh, I'm not there because they're not letting me hang around the kid, or I'm not there because they don't like me, or their family doesn't like me. That's an excuse. That's an easy way out. She doesn't have an easy way out. She's been put in this situation because of you as well. It took two. So look at it from that perspective. Before we go ahead and demand a lot of shit from them, understand that they're also demanding something of us, and that is involvement, engagement. And if they are a sound mind and body, and if they are honestly looking to you for a balance and co-parenting the right way, then you have a solid, good relationship that's going to cultivate and progress into something way more and much more different. But if you are going to be dealing with somebody who's going to be toxic and obviously not going to be raising your child the right way, then you take their asses to court and you make it happen. But do not completely dip out and let somebody else fill in the gaps for you. Every single waking moment, time, day, moment, and minute that you are away from that child, it's somebody else downloading their narrative about you and their own priorities onto that child. So I'll give you a perspective, right? So let's say that you and your ex break up and she takes the baby, you go off the beaten path and you just do your own shit. Well, there's a high probability that that single mom is probably being raised with help, or the baby is being raised with the help of that lady's grandparents or uncles or nephews or nieces. They are slowly evolving and adapting and becoming her and her family's narratives, their agenda, their belief system, their structure, their morals, their values. For every moment and minute that you choose not to be there, that's what's happening. And if you are okay with that, do not get mad. Like I said a few moments ago earlier in the video, don't get mad when they start acting like them. Don't get mad when they don't want to spend time with you. Don't get mad when they run up to their other grandparent when you are not there. That's unfair to that child for them to try to have some sort of deep-ass analysis as to why the hell they're doing that, and maybe they're hurting your feelings. Don't do that shit to them. The kid don't know. You should be dealing with the parent. But you should have done your part and should have been involved from the very beginning. Because it all comes to mental health. And this is men's mental health special end episode. This is what you need to focus on. We need to speak. We cannot be silent. We need to man up. We need to engage. We need to develop these future tiny little human beings and leaders into being a better version of us. We can't get mad when these kids act up and do all this stupid shit that you see on the internet and wonder why they act the way that they do. Why are they okay with talking to adults and bad-mouthing them and giving them a bad word? They've never been taught any better. They are a reflection of their environment. They are a reflection of their upbringing. They are a reflection of who they hang around with. They are a reflection of what they see each and every single day. But you, as a man, also need to speak up and quit internalizing shit. You cannot run away from your own responsibilities. You have to engage. So with that being said, thank you very much for joining the episodes. I will try to stream these down. You're going to probably have a lot of episodes dropping in this next week, parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and touch on a little bit more onto the women's perspective and some other stuff, personal stories that I also would like to share as well. Unfortunately, we don't have that much time or minutes in the story, but definitely want to reach out to you guys and let you guys know that. So with that being said, I think tomorrow is the last day of Mental Health Awareness Month. So with that being said, thank you very much. Thank you very much for listening. The road to 100,000 subscribers still continues. We hit 1.1 million total views for the channel, which is ridiculous. But we are there. So with that being said, thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of the episodes. Enjoy your weekend, and God bless. Good night.